Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we're taking out the F-15C, currently the undisputed top dog of top tier. Great performance, great missiles, great radar, really just all around best played. It's very fast, very maneuverable, has the AIM 120s. I usually I go back and forth between running two AIM 9s and replacing that other AIM 9 with another 120 there. So I actually carry 7 120s on the F-15 and just the one AIM 9M. Sometimes I pay for having the single AIM 9M, and sometimes, I don't. I go games where I don't even launch an IR missile, so it just kind of depends. Sort of a luck of the draw kind of thing on which ones you take. It's a really, there's not a ton you can do wrong in F-15. It's got the missiles, it's got the speed to lob those missiles off in good launch parameters. It can almost do nothing wrong. It does kind of suffer a little bit when it comes to low speed fights, but again, it's got so much thrust that it can just kind of power through things. You will, against something like a Gripen and sometimes maybe an Su-27 who's got that really good instantaneous turn, you might struggle a little bit if you get into those situations, but really you shouldn't be getting in those engagements. You should be utilizing your superior missiles and the vast number of superior missiles that you have. And you really shouldn't be, you should try to avoid those close engagements best you can, just because of how good this thing can be at range. Let's see, try to lock up people on this hill here. Don't get too close because you'll end up catching a missile yourself. I can see someone locking me up there. We'll lock that person up. We'll lob the missile off and we'll go ahead and hit the notch here in a second. I do like the HMS on the F-15 just because it's has a very good range. 20 kilometers versus the, don't know if that's going to hit. There it goes. 20 kilometers versus 9 on Russian planes. That's very good. You can almost look at someone and lock them up at pretty much most ranges that you're going to be seeing people, which is always very, very nice to have. As long as that's not an ER, I should be fine. So we're going to slowly start re-engaging here. I don't think it's an ER. I think it's most likely an R-77. So we'll go ahead and recommit here. Looks like he might not be dead yet, so I've got a good opportunity. There it goes. I do have a missile coming from my left. Don't think it's someone in that valley, so I think I'm okay at this point. Let's see, can't lock anyone up over there. Yeah, it's just a missile chasing me. There is someone off on the distance there. So I will see about maybe getting a lock on them. There's certainly something over there, so I want to be a little bit careful here. Yeah, something lobbed a missile in my direction, so I'm actually getting pushed a little bit towards the middle of the map here, and that's okay, because I do have the ability to sort of dictate engagements a little bit here. Let's see if that Mirage catches our missile. Yes, it did. Heard something. Hopefully that wasn't a missile. One on our 6 there. There we go. Gotta be a little bit careful here just because I don't really have a ton of friendlies around me at this point. We'll lock him up. Got a little distracted there, but oh well. I'll catch you guys in the next game here. Alright, here we are back in the F-15. Hopefully this game I can have a little bit more better situational awareness. I think, that's sort of what I've talked about, that I haven't really found a consistent way to evade these missiles other than going cold or just getting kind of lucky with a notch. I have not been super consistent with being able to notch people's missiles. Maybe I should play around with my countermeasure series, just drop a whole load of them all at once, instead of me manually trying to drop the number I think is going to really make the difference there. So same game plan as before. We're going to try to get some speed and see if we can lock someone up who's not going to react in time. That's really the biggest thing on your missiles at the beginning. I try to give them as much speed as possible, so as much kinetic energy as I can possibly give them, and people may not be expecting that necessarily and end up eating a really fast AMRAAM to the face. So it doesn't look like we have anyone super high here. I'm going to try to get my speed up. Someone is already launching at me. That seems a little bit far to be launching. We're going to get a lock on that guy.
Lock.
We're going to switch back here.
Lock. Lock.
We're going to go there.
Over G.
We see someone there, but
Lock.
they're turning away
Over
from
G.
us. We went a little bit deeper than I ideally would want to there, just because there were not a ton of people
Over G.
ready or available to be shot at. I don't think either of those are actually going to hit. Oh, okay, we got the Harrier over there, so that's good, but we definitely missed the other guy, so we're going to turn back. I'm not getting any pings, but I do see someone right there. Yeah, there we go. An F-20 it looks like. So we're going to slowly pull back in. We're going to lob a missile off at him. If we can here.
Over G. Lock.
I don't know if that's going to be a good missile
G.
there, but we're going to try anyway. It got him, and his missile did not track, so we're set there. I do see that Harrier there, so we're going to try to do the same thing.
Over G. Lock. Over G. Over G.
That went into the mountain. Hopefully we can try to deter him from getting another one off. And we're going to extend here because I know that Harrier is closing. He's probably going to lob an ER at me or an ET. I'm just pre-flaring here. That's an ER. It can definitely catch me. Oh. There we go. That's what we need. And we're just going to keep running here because I'm sure he's going to launch another one at us.
Roll right. Roll
A little
left.
disappointed in that AMRAAM not actually killing him.
Right. Over G.
That's
Over
okay.
G.
He probably thinks his missile's still tracking, but I know that it's not. Or at least it should not be. We're gonna have to turn around here and try to get some sort of gun solution on him. And I think this is our opportunity to do that here.
Over G. AOA. AOA.
We have a friendly helping out. He's got to be dead here soon. I'm going to lob that off just in case. I don't think my friendly actually launched a missile there, so we're going to go ahead and let that track our friendly.
Lock.
He's going to die if you're trying to help us. Oh no, we're good. He's going to do a Cobra, and he's going to die. Still quite a few on their team left, so we got to try to get back in here. I'm going to switch on my TWS again. I think that does not look like a good... It does not look like a real person. That might be... That looks like a real plane there, so we're going to try to get a lock on it here. That's definitely a real plane. That might be the Harrier. There's 5 left, so I do have to be careful on that ridge here. No, that is a not a real plane there. I'm gonna wait for him to come over that hill.
Over G. Lock.
He's gonna eat that AMRAAM there.
Pull up.
There we go.
Over G.
I'm gonna go help out my teammate back there.
Over G.
I don't think that's... Oh, that is coming at me. So we're gonna get low here, and we're gonna try to help our teammate out at the same time. My teammate is actually dead at this point, so I need to outrun this AMRAAM. I'm gonna wait to lock him up here. I don't think that one's gonna catch me.
Lock.
We're gonna turn to the notch a little bit here.
Over G.
See if I can smack him. Doesn't look like it's gonna get there. So now we're in a little bit of trouble because we're low on fuel. We have no missiles and we have 2 on their team left. So we're just gonna ride this bridge the best we can and see if we can
Check fuel.
have enough speed to get away from this F-15 on the other side of this
Over
mountain.
G.
I'm sure he's somewhere over here at this point. Likely down there somewhere.
Check fuel.
But we have to keep our eyes open for him, and we have to head back to the airfield at the same time. I don't think that other F-15 is going to be following us this whole time. He's got to be low on fuel as well. I have to keep my eye on that ridgeline. I'm sure the other F-15 is going to pop over that ridgeline and just lob something at me, and I'm not expecting it. 3 minutes of fuel. I'm going to cut the afterburner a little bit, but I know that that
Warning.
other
Fuel
F-15 is
low.
probably not close enough to launch something at me. Another thing, a possibility that might be happening is that other F-15 had to go back to base because he is also low on fuel like I am, and that does give me the opportunity to deal with this guy here. So I'm going to actually pop an order, and we are going to dive into this mountain, and we're going to try to dogfight this guy, unless I just saw him turn around there. But I don't think I did, so we're going to sort of just hide best we can here. Try to keep our speed the best we can.
Over G.
Lock him up so he knows that I can see him. But I also don't have the fuel to really push this all that much, so I'm going to go slightly afterburner. And he's doing that because I locked him up intentionally to make him think that I'm going to lob a AMRAAM at him. But really, I just want him to get as slow as he can. We're going to do a little bit of neg-G. We're going to loop over. Little burst, drop the flaps. See if we can take him out here. And we're going to kill the afterburner. We got to drop a bunch of flares here because I need to head back to the airfield. But I also don't want him to be doing exactly what he just did there. And we're dead, pretty much. I mean, not a ton I could have done there. I just don't have the fuel to really do anything. Anyway, that's kind of a showcase of what the F-15C can do. You can sort of make a bunch of mistakes and still get away with it. And you know, it's probably the most fun you can have a top tier currently, just because you are the best plane and you have the best loadout. So anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.